Happy holiday, Spectrum. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Emily.
And welcome to The Noise.
Our first news piece is for our seniors, so listen closely. The Wisdom Retreat date is set for January 22nd. We are looking forward to one of the final opportunities to get the senior class together. Tune into the commercial later on in the show in order to learn more about it.
If you're looking for the school counselors, you might have noticed that they've flown south for the winter. You can find both Miss Matheson and Miss Citron in the College and Career Center. Make sure to set up an appointment with them to discuss any of your inquiries, concerns, or anything else.
Speaking of the College and Career Center, we want to thank our students and our staff for making the first week using this space a success. Moving forward, make sure to remain respectful of Mrs. Marer and the school's property.
As we're entering the middle of winter, don't think that preparation for spring sports hasn't begun yet. This year, the baseball team is starting captain's practices earlier than ever. In fact, they've already started. Practices are on Tuesday and Thursday mornings from 6:30 to 7:30 and on Saturdays from 10 to noon.
Tuesday and Thursday practices are located at the high school building, while Saturday practices are located in the 6th grade building. If you are interested in playing baseball this spring, go check it out. If you have any questions, contact Coach Zerby or the captains, Parker Brown and Preston Holmes.
Now, let's transition from a spring sport to our current winter sports with Tim.
Hey Spectrum, it's Tim, back with another round of sports. To start, swimming and diving had a meet on Thursday against Coon Rapids High School. Dance had an invitational tournament at the Academy of Holy Angels. Wrestling had a tournament at Minneapolis Edison. Basketball had quite a lot going on this week. The girls had an away game victory against Brooklyn Center, 64-57, and a home game on Thursday. On Tuesday, the boys had a home game against Albany. In the last few seconds, Cole Elrod pulled ahead and scored the game-winning shot, pulling them just 1 point ahead of Albany, leaving us with a score of 59-60. They had another game against Pact on Thursday. That does it for sports this week. Now let's take a quick commercial break.
Hey Carter, who's a senior. Did you go to the Wisdom Retreat?
Nah, I'm too cool, Elizabeth, who's a senior.
You really should have gone. It was a really fun experience to see all my classmates before we graduate. It was super fun.
Bet. Take your it! Ah, shucks, Elizabeth, who's a senior. That looked like fun. When were the permission slips due?
January 8th.
I missed it. All right, emergency wisdom retreat, go. Come to the wisdom retreat on January 22nd.
You'll miss it if you don't.
Remember, permission slips are due January 8th.
Yay! Impressive, guys. Good work. Now, as most of you already know, the 41st President of the United States, George H.W. Bush, has passed away recently.
In honor of him, the 6th graders had a day to wear colorful and humorously designed socks, just like he was known for while in office. Let's go over to Braden and Paul to learn more.
On November 30th, George H.W. Bush, the 41st President of the United States of America, passed away at 94 years of age. George H.W. Bush, father of George W. Bush, was known for many things, most notably his crazy socks.
President Bush's passing over the weekend, and I thought about the fact that my writing classes all had their sock stories due on the Monday after he died. I thought, wouldn't it be neat to connect the two and have them pay attention to a current event, something that was going to be happening with our National Day of Mourning on Wednesday, and then tying that into the fact that they had just created a sock and brought it to life, and just bring the two ideas together in a fun way.
Mrs. Johnson's idea was perfect.
If they wanted to wear a fun pair of socks to school, they could do that. They learned all week a little bit about our 41st president and his life, and one of the fun sides of his personality.
George H.W. Bush wore crazy socks all the time. December 5th was a National Day of Mourning for the deceased president. Across the country, students ranging in all ages honored the late president, and especially here at Spectrum. Students wore crazy socks to honor 41 on Wednesday the 5th, the National Day of Mourning.
The point of Sock Day was to connect the writing that my writing classes had done, writing about socks coming to life, and writing a whole narrative around that. I think they liked it. Even if they forgot to wear a pair of socks on Wednesday, they enjoyed seeing one another's socks.
It was actually really fun. We got to write about, we got to make up our own stories, and
it was kind of like a day where I could really express who I am by wearing the funniest socks that I have.
Made hearing things on the news that evening more relevant to them because they had learned about the president and they knew the fun side of him with the socks.
This has been Braden and Paul. Noise News.
How interesting. I never knew that George H.W. Bush was known for that. Well, Spectrum, this is sadly the last time we are sending it off for the year of 2018. Like always, this has been Emily Dopp.
And I'm Marcus Grund.
Keeping you in on the noise.
Have you?
Emily Dopp.
All right, y'all ready?
I thought we were doing One Take Wonder.
I don't need no help. I can sabotage me by myself. Oh.
No.
Audition for the musical with that. I'm Emily.
And welcome to the Noise News.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. Can we redo it?
I was like, I need to do it with a different.
And I said, and
Wait.
welcome to the Noise News.
No, wait, now we say that before the intro? How cool is that?